Hey everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys the weekly soul connection reading. And so this is going to be for today's date, which is Monday, January 4th, going all the way until Sunday, January 10th. So this could be for any kind of a soul connection, twin flame, soulmate, however you see this person. We're not focusing on labels here today. We're focusing on the energies between you and another person. I do tend to channel for those that are in some sort of a separation or challenge. So please keep that in mind and only take what resonates for you and get rid of what doesn't. This beautiful orgonite that I'm using here today is created by my friend Michelle from Wing and Bell. This is the Naked Journey Nude Orgonite. So I'll put her information down below. As far as the decks that I'm using here today, as I shuffle each deck, I'll let you guys know what they are and everything will be listed down below. I felt like giving love to a lot of decks that I haven't been using for a while. I have this gigantic library of decks, and I tend to, use a lot of the same decks over and over again, including my own. So I just felt like giving some love to some decks that I haven't used in a while, but I will be using my self-created decks in this reading here today as well. So let's go ahead and just get started, you guys. So let's take a look and see, where is your person currently at, just in general at this time, just period, in their life. We're going to go into the archetype cards by Carolyn Miss. So this is a deck I rarely use, and so I thought, you know what, I just want to use this today. Oh, it looks like this deck is upside down. Wait, is it? No, it's not. Sorry. Okay. Where is your person currently at? What archetype is your person currently residing in? We have teacher, okay? So it could be that they are in the position where they are teaching someone something. Maybe they are a teacher. Maybe that is their actual occupation. But the teacher, it says ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom. That's really cool. So this is definitely somebody who is teaching what they know, life experience. Now, somebody doesn't actually have to be a teacher in a classroom. But what they've learned so far in this life, perhaps maybe they're educating someone else. They're some sort of like a guidance to someone. They are, what's the word I'm looking? Mentor. That's kind of what I'm getting to, like a mentor type of an energy to someone else. So remember, this is the archetype that they're in currently. They're teaching what they know. They are utilizing their skills, their experiences, things like that. So now we're going to go into the Enchanted Map Oracle cards by Colette Baron Reed. What else do we need to know? Oh, interesting. We have Ghost Lands. So this particular card here, it shows the clock that is frozen in time, right? It's like something is stuck here. Somebody's frozen in time. So that's kind of interesting. Let's see why this is coming up. This right here is the Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards by John Holland. Ooh. Okay. Wow. Hermit energy. Somebody who might be spending some time alone. They might be studying with that book there, going within for their lessons, kind of like practicing what they preach too. I'm getting that as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and go into my connections for the modern world and see what this is about. Victimized. Interesting. My favorite word. So this right here is telling me that your person is addressing past issues for sure, because victimized, I mean, this is like feeling like we are a victim of some sort, but Ghostlands tells me there's something that's stuck in the past. There could have been something where they were victimized themselves. Maybe it's something that they've done to other people as well. It could go either way, but somebody has been victimized here and they're going back into their past and they're really, really going deeply within themselves and searching for answers. Maybe even feeling like they need to be alone at this particular time. 1 + 7 is number 8. So that 8 to me is kind of like what comes around goes around. It's that infinity symbol. It never leaves you. Energy, karma, all these things. It's always with you to teach you something. So now we're kind of getting that message of the teacher. It's almost like life is teaching them something right now. And they're absorbing some sort of a lesson. Yes, that's the message. They're absorbing some sort of message. And so it's up to them what they're going to do, how they're going to learn the lesson, what they're going to utilize, what they're going to learn from it, and what they're going to do moving forward. Are they going to learn the lesson? Are they going to communicate differently? Are they going to do things better moving forward? So this isn't to say that your person's done something wrong, but to some degree, we make mistakes. All of us make mistakes. And what do? We learn by those mistakes. So this could also be someone that victimized them. So they're learning to take that wound, and they're doing what they can in order to maybe be an advocate for something. Sometimes when we've been victimized, it's very constructive for us to take that lesson and to turn something negative into something positive. And I feel like that your person could be doing that at this present time. But whatever this is, they're going within. They've had to go through something themselves in order to be able to have this wisdom, to be able to bestow that upon or to other people. And or they are learning a lesson for themselves, one of the two. So that's what your person's going through. But it's kind of like they may have tried to escape something. They can't. It's still with them. It's something where, are they going to turn the page? Are they going to stay a victim? Are they going to continue with a certain behavior? Are they going to learn a lesson? Are they going to turn a new page, a new leaf in this life? Are they going to do things differently, improve as a person? It's up to them. It's definitely up to them. But there is some sort of a lesson that is upon them right now, and they're trying to figure out, what am I doing with this lesson? What does it mean? And that's why the Hermit is here, because the Hermit is like that major introspective type of mode that they're in at this present time. Okay, so some of you guys could also be dealing with Virgo. That could be a message too for you. All right, so that's their energy. Why don't we go into your energy now? What archetype are you in? What archetype are you in right now? We have addict. Okay, now that doesn't mean you guys are drug addicts or anything like that, but it could be that we are battling some sort of an addiction or behavior. We have solitude. What's really interesting, you guys, love that word, is that you and your person both share and are mirroring solitude in two totally different decks. Now, this, of course, is an Oracle and Tarot deck, so it's kind of the same, but we have a hermity energy for both of you. So this may just confirm that you and your person perhaps are in separation. They're on their island, you're on your own private island. You guys are not perhaps together or maybe even communicating, that there is a separation. Okay, so we have the Five of Wands, obstacles and challenges. So we have this broken kind of like bridge here. We can't really move forward. I mean, we can, but there's some obstacles and challenges to get past that broken gap there. All right, what else? Slow down, steady now. So of course, it's going to take some steady energy to kind of like cross that path. Like, we need to be very careful the way that we proceed forward. So with this addict energy, it says it helps you to recognize and confront your addictive behavior. So it might be that there's something where we want to push forward. Okay, maybe we're experiencing some sort of obstacles right now and challenges, and the thing that we want to do so badly is we just want to push through it. We want to get to the other side super fast. But what is Spirit saying? Slow down, steady now. So this is a lesson that might be upon you right now, where maybe there's this enforced seclusion. Maybe you and your person are in separation right now. It doesn't feel comfortable. It's not what you want, but it's happening for a reason. We may be addicted to perhaps wanting to spend our time with other people, because that is what helps us to kind of block out maybe our inner chatter, things that we're running away from. Sometimes when we slow down, we're alone. That can become very challenging for us, because then whatever it is that we're doing, we can't really direct the energy. We're creating diversions. That's the word I'm looking for. We're creating diversions of what we don't want to deal with. And sometimes it is difficult to be alone, because when we're really in that quiet time, we're really alone, and we don't have all that like external just stuff going on. I can't think of the word I want to use, but we don't have any distractions. Sometimes that can be a really difficult time, because we don't really have anything or anyone to we're not looking to blame ourselves, but we're sitting in our own shit. We're sitting in our own energy. And sometimes that's hard. That's really, really difficult. It's very, very easy to blame other people for our problems. I've done it many, many times, and I'll probably still do it throughout my lifetime. And every time I do it, I always get smacked down because with a lesson where it always reminds me, wait a second, this is your own shit. Yes, that person triggers you, but at the end of the day, this is your own issue. This is not them. You can't blame them anymore. They're not in your life anymore. You're not speaking to them anymore. Yet you still have this feeling with you. You still have this energy. You still have this inner chatter. It's not them. It's you. There's something going on within you that needs to heal. And that's just what I'm getting here for this particular message. So, as difficult as it may be, and as much as we may want to move forward at this present time or fix things with people, because sometimes Five of Wands energy is kind of like that drama card, and it has to do with other people. Yes, we may want to fix things, but we can't for whatever reason. So Spirit's saying, try to just slow down and try to perhaps maybe spend some more time on your own, trying to figure things out, go within. Now, the fact that it has to do with you and this person share the same card, I feel like this probably has to do more with them than it does anybody else. So instead of trying to push, because you can see this person, they're trying to really push something, push the envelope, push the agenda, push something here. This is Spirit's way of saying, slow down, stop, steady your energy, spend some more time alone, get through these challenging times, these obstacles, this inner chatter. Let them do the same. Perhaps maybe revisit this at a different time. Deal with your addictions, deal with your issues, deal with your own behaviors, confront your own shadows and demons. That seems to be what is going on at this present time. Okay? So that was interesting energy. So let's now take a look and see, how is your person viewing you this week? Okay? So this week, when it comes to you, how are they viewing you? So we're going to go into a deck I rarely use, which is the Vintage Wisdom Oracle, which I don't know why. It's a really cool deck. We also have the Art of Life Tarot, which is a really cool deck. I'm pretty sure that it's like one of those decks that might be, I don't know if it's out of print, but I saw it on Amazon. It's super expensive right now. I don't know why. Usually when Amazon does that, it's because it's hard to find. And then we're also going to go into my Depths of the Sea and my Divine Feminine Healing for this, okay? So how is your person viewing you at this present time? What are their views of you? How do they see you right now? Let's take a look. Okay, so we have the Page of Swords. It says, when the student is ready, the master will appear. Wow. The fact that we have student and teacher in this reading today, you guys, is a special message from Spirit that's telling us that there is a lesson to learn here for the both of you. Okay. What does the student do? The student observes. The student basically pays attention. When the student is ready, the master will appear. So the lesson will appear, or you will master something as you slow down, steady your energy, pay attention, and maybe talk less, push less, and go with the flow. Be receptive. Let the lesson come to you. Try not to go after as much. Try not to bang down doors. Try not to push the envelope. That's what I keep getting here. So this right here to me is that's how your person sees you. Your person sees you perhaps as somebody that is needing to perhaps give them a little bit more space or to back off. That's only going to be for those that, if you're dealing with someone where you've been really trying to push something or push the agenda or try to reconnect with them and they're just not having it, that might be what it is. The Page of Swords is somebody who's also very much in their headspace about you. They're very much trying to analyze you. They're trying to figure you out. You could be a little complex for them. They don't maybe have all of the details and they're trying to kind of put things together. What else? How else do they see you? They might also see you as somebody who has a lot to say, but you're not saying it. So that could be an opposite message, really. Maybe you haven't communicated. Maybe you've pulled back communication. Maybe you're just kind of observing and watching rather than communicating. We also have nature, maybe letting nature take its course. So some of you guys, maybe that's how this person sees you, as somebody who's just letting nature take its course. Maybe you've pulled back Maybe at one time, I am getting this. Maybe at one time you guys were really pushing something for this person. You guys were really pushing to make something happen and you've backed off. And this person is noticing, is what I'm getting here. They're noticing this now. They're noticing how you've just pulled back. Mass eruption. And it could be after you guys have had some sort of like major upheaval. This is like the Towers energy to me. Mass eruption. Something has just like, it couldn't take it anymore. Maybe you're done. You've finally reached your limit where you're just like, I'm done. I'm done communicating. I'm done pushing. I'm just going to basically step away now. So your person, I feel, is acknowledging that in this reading today. Believe. I create my own reality based on what I choose to believe. I never give up on my dreams. So the thing is, your person does see you as somebody who goes after what you want. And so the fact that you may have just decided to finally let go and step aside and just stop pushing for this person, it's like now they see you and they perhaps believe that you're done. And that might be good for this person because that could be a good lesson for them. It could be a good lesson for them that if they're not, perhaps willing to participate in the connection or they're not willing to communicate with you properly, then there are consequences. There are things that happen. And the consequence is sometimes people get tired of that behavior and bullshit and they just basically decide they're no longer going to participate in it anymore. So that could be a lesson for them, okay? All right, so why don't we take a look and see how are they feeling? How are they feeling towards you? With the Hierophant. There's something about belief systems because we have believe, and the Hierophant to me is belief, what we believe, our values, the core of who we are, right? The Hierophant, of course, can be spirituality as well. So we did get that Hermit's energy, somebody who might be on some sort of a spiritual quest or journey right now. So how they're seeing you and feeling towards you, their belief systems or something is shifting. What they believe or what they once believed before about you could be shifting and changing. I'm getting that. Okay. So let's get another card here. Union. Interesting. Spiritual union, coming into union with oneself. I feel like your person feels in their heart space that you're doing better. Maybe at one time you were not, and maybe they saw you as a mess. Maybe they saw you as somebody that was out of control. Maybe they saw you as somebody who really just couldn't, you know what I mean? Like you couldn't accept that they perhaps did not want to participate. And so instead of continuing to push, you have pulled back, you've drawn back, you have now started taking care of yourself. And so I'm getting here because you have treated yourself with that utmost respect. You've walked away with your integrity intact because the Hierophant is also about integrity. Because you believe that you deserve more, which you do, especially if you're dealing with somebody who can't communicate with you, doesn't want to, be in a situation with you. You've accepted something and your person now sees you as someone who has come more into like that union with yourself. You're more at ease. You perhaps are putting effort and energy into the things that are best for you, what you believe is the best for you. You're carrying on. Yeah. Okay, so that's the energy here. So how they see you and feel for you has shifted in a positive way. That's the message this week. We have intoxication. All right, so let's go ahead and get another card. Okay, I like this. Okay, see, who you were yesterday is not who you are today. So the message is definitely that. I feel like your person is actually more exhilarated and more intoxicated with you because you're taking care of yourself. That's what I'm seeing here. I remain open-minded. You did. You opened yourself up, and it says, and I matured on my journey. Who I was yesterday is not who I may be tomorrow. So who you were before is not who you are today. So you have literally transformed and changed within this dynamic, and your person is taking notice. And some of you might be saying, I don't give a rat's ass what my person sees. This is, you know what I mean? I didn't do it for them. I did it for me. And that's great. But we are, of course, taking a look at how your person sees you and how they're viewing you and how they're feeling about you, and how they're seeing you and viewing you and feeling about you now is that you have shifted and changed, and you are more in union with yourself than you were before. You're being true to yourself. You're being less, perhaps, needy for them, and that is actually something that is causing them to take notice, and they're more interested in you now. Okay, so that is what we are getting for how your person is viewing you and how they're feeling towards you currently. Because of the hard work and the integrity that you're in now, this causes them to take more notice and be more interested. Okay? So, and even though they're perhaps on this journey now where they're needing some time to be alone and they're addressing their issues, it looks to me like they are starting to do some sort of work on themselves, which is great. So, let's take a look now and see where you guys are at in your ascension. So let's take a look at them, and then let's take a look at you. Where is your person at in their ascension? So that we just kind of took a look at that, where they're at in the beginning of the reading, which told me that they're on some sort of spiritual journey. So this deck is called the Journey Oracle. Where are they at on their ascension journey right now? Where are they at in their growth cycle? Just as a person. Okay, so we have entangled. So they're still somewhat entangled. And that does make sense to me, because one of the very first things that your person is entangled in is the past. Ghost lands, things that have already happened, and victimized. So they are entangled in some sort of karmic lesson. I definitely see that here. Definitely entangled in some sort of karma. Karmic lesson, something. So let's go ahead and go into my Twin Flame Journey Oracle. How is your person entangled currently? Okay, so we have reinvention. We have victimized, or victim. So 2 times your person has victim. An entangled victim. Now, this is something that they're entangled in right now. If they victimized you, you guys, what I'm getting here is that through their reinvention, through them finding themselves, through them wanting to be a better person, remember that came up at the very beginning of the reading, they're trying to learn or understand a lesson through going within. So there's some sort of a shadow work that they're doing. Now, it could of course be their own victimhood, meaning they were victimized at some point in their lives, and they're trying to unravel this. They're trying to break past this, these wounds, and reinvent themselves. And we have patience, but it's going to take time. And that's probably why Spirit is saying slow and steady. You might want to push this person, but I'm getting here that you have already been there, done that, and you've stopped doing that. And that's why this person is in a way feeling less resistance. And also perhaps they may not be as repelled as they once were when it comes to being open to the idea of you guys speaking or talking in the future. Because sometimes when people are going through something and we're pushing and we want something, and this can turn really ugly really fast. I've had people push me to the point where I'm just like, I'm just so done. I can't even revisit this ever again. So sometimes when people don't back off when they should, this can turn into something really, really unnecessary. It can sometimes turn into something where you just feel a relief that this person is just no longer in your life. But there's a lot of things when people do give you that space and time and they let go and they just kind of work on themselves and focus on other things, you do feel that energetic shift, and you don't feel as hostile. You don't feel as repelled. You don't feel as angry or agitated. It's really quite nice. And I do feel like because of the work that you guys have done, if this is resonating with you, if it's not, don't even take it. But if you guys have done a lot of work on yourselves and you've let go and you're just refocused, I feel like this person is starting to really finally feel a relief in the tension between the two of you. Let's go into my Twin Flame Journey Tarot. Page of Cups, message of love. Page of Cups is kind of like a little crumb. It's a little offer. It's something sweet. It's something nice. It's almost like this is something that you can give to your person, is like that message of love. You know what? A lot of things have happened between the two of us, but my silence might actually be more of a gentle reminder that I do care for you, but I'm staying away because that's the best thing to do at this present time in order for you to find yourself, in order for you to reinvent yourself. Okay? So I kind of feel like that's connected to you. But the page also needs to grow up too. I feel like your person needs to mature. Yeah, we have the Ten of Pentacles. Really find themselves, who they are in this lifetime. Ten of Pentacles to me is the ultimate. It's our ultimate goals in life. It's basically, living out your legacy. It's about, owning who you are in this life, finding who you are, making it. So I feel like where your person's at on their ascension process is that they have big dreams and big goals, and there's some things that they definitely want to accomplish, but they have a lot of growing to do and a lot of reinvention of who they truly are in this life. But right now they're entangled in some sort of karmic lesson or some sort of karma from their past they still need to heal and clear. So this is going to take time. Yeah, Ten of Swords, painful ending. And it might be hard for you because it might be difficult. Maybe perhaps you guys have ended things and it was very painful. It was very painful the way that things ended. It could have felt like a backstab. It could have felt like, you were truly victimized, or maybe they were truly victimized. But whatever has happened here, there's an opportunity for them to take that Ten of Swords and turn it into the Ten of Pentacles, to really grow from this, to grow from this behavior, to be a better person next time, or to get out of this victimhood or this victim mentality and really survive and really prevail in this life past this victimization, whatever this is for them. Okay. Could be somebody who has been abused, now abuses. And this is something that they're tackling in this life. They're really going within to figure out, why do I operate in this way? Why do I act in these ways? So there's some really deep introspection going on, which makes a lot of sense with that Hermit coming up for them. Let's go into my twin flame angel numbers. 55. Yeah, reserve your right to say no. Enabling toxic behavior serves no one in the end. So there is a toxic behavior here that your person might be entangled in themselves, or that they have allowed other people, they've enabled other people in their lives to victimize them. Okay? So fives mean change. Fives are struggles and changes. If your person is saying no to you right now, this makes a lot of sense to me now when we're going back here, because I'm connecting all the dots in the reading here. Where are you at this present time? You're here. Obstacles and challenges. You might feel very challenged by this person saying no to you. That might be very difficult for you, that this person is saying no, or that they've said no to you in the past. It might be very difficult for you that maybe they're saying yes to other people and no to you. Or maybe they just can't say no to toxic behaviors of their own, addictions. We did get addict, and that did come up for you as your archetype. They could see you as somewhat of perhaps someone that it's like you're a drug to them. They could technically use you to escape all of their issues and their problems in this life. They might feel really, really good with you. They might get completely lost in you, and that could be a real difficult thing for them. And so they could want to step away from you and really want to just try to be alone in a state of solitude, because that's very scary to them. So see, we have intoxication. They become intoxicated with you. So your person might be saying no to you guys right now, or they may have said no to you in the past because there's something about you that draws them in, that causes them to just completely go to dive in and go to the deep end. But that might not be good for them, because they could be really tied up and entangled with a lot of codependency issues from their past. So there's something that holds your person stuck. And they've got to clear this out. They've got to clear up this karmic lesson. And until they do, that's why we have patience. That's why we have, what was this? Where is it? Slow down. This person's got some stuff to do, and you do too, obviously. We all have work to do in this life, but this person has a lot of things that they need to tend to. They have a lot of wounds. They have something going on, a karmic lesson, behaviors of their own that are getting in the way of them living their best life and being the best version of themselves. So they need some space and time to grow, you guys. So if you've let this person go, this is good, because it's giving them an opportunity to do better and to reinvent themselves, to be a better version of them. I love it. So that is where your person's at on their ascension process. Let's see where you're at this present time. Where are you at on your ascension process? We have hope. I like the fact that it's got that green energy in there. This is about your heart chakra. We've got those eggs. And those eggs are about birth, things that are just, those eggs are in that incubation stage. So they're not quite ready to hatch just yet. This is growth. This is possibilities, hope and possibilities. We have admired. We have understanding. I love this message so far. And we have dark night of the soul. Yeah, see, I do feel like someone is going through a dark night. I do feel like your person's probably going through a dark night. It could be you too. I definitely picked that up in the very beginning of the reading, really facing your fears, but understanding something through the fears. Wasn't there something about understanding something through the shadows? I can't remember what that was. Yeah, just basically confronting addictive behaviors, confronting our demons. That's what it was, confronting our demons, confronting our addictions, our toxic patterns, toxic cycles, kind of admiring what someone is doing despite the outer appearance. So this is about being able to see somebody in their darkest hour, but also seeing their light at the same time. So there is something where you are learning to see the light through the shadow. You're learning to see the light through the shadow is what it is. And this person takes you to the depths of darkness, but also helps you to see the light as well. So you might have just like this insane connection with this person where you just love and hate them at the same time. That's the only way I can describe it. It's like love, hate. And you're meant to balance this out with this individual. So this is a lesson for you guys. This is a lesson in darkness. This is a lesson of somebody perhaps doing something so dark to you. And you're not making it okay by enabling their toxic behavior. It could be a part of your lesson to say no to this person in this life. Maybe you're the only person to ever say no to this person and not enable them. And this is making it very difficult for them in this life. And they're really learning something and you're actually teaching them something. So the thing is, the master appears when the student realizes that they're actually the master in disguise. Do you see? So there's something going on here with you and this individual where you're realizing something and appearances are deceiving. What you perceive as difficult is actually a blessing. And what you perceive this person has power over you, they actually don't. No one really has power over anyone, but the way that you're seeing the situation is that you're actually the victor. But again, it's not about winning or losing here. You're actually the master in disguise. You're teaching them something, but you're learning something from them, but you're teaching them something too. And you might not realize that. And you could be coming full circle with this realization now because this is a part of your ascension. You had to go through this darkness. You had to be triggered by their darkness. Maybe perhaps they triggered your darkness. But see, you're coming out in the end and you're growing here. We have all these beautiful butterflies and this beautiful ballerina, and she's just completely surrendered. She's completely let go. She is completely, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know why I'm saying completely so much. Restored, but she is liberated. I have no idea why I couldn't say that word. She's liberated, like fully liberated. So you guys, there is hope that your heart will heal. Don't lose hope on this journey. That does not mean don't lose hope on this person. We shouldn't really put our hope into anyone. The only thing that we should put our hope and our faith in is ourselves. And that's not an empty phrase. Doesn't say that you can't have hope in other people, but try not to put all of your eggs into this person's basket. Put your eggs in your basket. Keep those eggs on reserve for you. This is about being the best version of yourself. If this person triggers you to be the better version of yourself, just like you're triggering them to be a better version of themselves, then that is the beautiful lesson. That is the ascension that's taking place in this life. And that's a beautiful, wonderful gift and thing. But the thing is, to have false hope that someone is going to deliver that happiness on a silver platter, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about, which is we don't want to put that kind of false hope into someone. Do you guys see that? There was like, I'm sure it was just, even though I can't see it right now, but there was some kind of fuzz, or it looked like a frickin' feather, but now it's gone. And I don't see it that it's landed here. So that to me was like, whew, that was some kind of spiritual like little thing there. I don't know if that was an orb or just like something I couldn't see or that I'm not seeing that landed on the table, but I'm going like this, you guys, and I don't see it. So that was really special. Okay. But just understanding that there is some lesson here, major opportunity for your growth and development as a human being in this life through the darkness that this person has brought to you, okay? Or the darkness they triggered within you. So you can love the dark and the light. You can be blessed by both, you guys. This is about never losing hope in yourself, that you can survive, that you can get through anything. And it sometimes takes us to be brought to our frickin' knees in order for us to really, really understand something. Okay? So give yourself a pat on the back. That's also admired. Admire yourself. Admire this person. Even if they're dark, even if they've done something that victimized you, try to see the light in them, but also honor the dark. Don't completely lose sight. Sometimes we can say love and light, always seeing the good in everyone, and that's great. But we also have to be discerning, and we also do have to protect ourselves to some degree. You know, we can sit there and say, you know, love and light and seeing the best in everyone, and then we walk down a dark alley, and then perhaps someone that doesn't have the best intentions or is just completely in their dark, not able to even connect with their light, you know, does something to you. So you don't want to walk around and say, oh, you know, no, nothing can touch me because I believe in the good in everyone. That's not the way life works. We came here on this planet to experience that dark and light, and then, of course, free will. And that free will is that we have the free will choice to succumb to the dark or the light. So I'm not going to go into that. I don't know why I'm being led down that path. But the message here, you guys, is to always reserve that hope within for yourself. And then when you're residing in that energy, you will attract that in others, but we're not always going to be completely clear of the darkness. The darkness does exist here. The darkness exists within people. People do dark things. People also do good things. So it's not about losing hope in humanity and saying, oh my God, we're going to hell in a handbasket. You know, the world is fucked and all this other stuff. I hear all the time, you know, with so many different things, whether it's politically, what's going on with the pandemic, you know, people that think this is the end of the times. Look, I don't know who's right or wrong. I don't know. I'm not trying to say one way or the other. It's just, the thing is, it's all about your own energy. So whatever energy you're in, you're probably going to attract more of that. So there's nothing wrong with being in a hopeful state, but also you have to remain smart and discerning when you're dealing with people. So I feel like it's a part of your ascension to realize that, you know what? Sometimes shit is dark. Sometimes people are dark. I mean, shit is always dark, but sometimes people are dark. Sometimes people do bad things, but sometimes people do good things too. So it's about remaining balanced. Wow, that was the message in all of that gibberish. Yes. All right. Queen of Wands, keep moving. See, this is your beautiful energy. This is the person viewing the video. This is your beautiful energy, Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands, she attracts all of the lessons that are meant for her, even the dark ones, but it's created her to be who she is today. So honor that, you guys. Honor your dark and light. Understand both. Understand that both have a purpose in this world. Understand that dark and light people have a purpose on your journey to help you to reveal certain things to you so you can understand more about you. That's it. That's the message. My God. All right. Don't let someone kill your spirit, but also make sure that you take the lessons with you and the wisdom that you learned from those dark times too. And we have divine masculine, you guys. So some of you guys could be dealing with your divine masculine, okay? Some of you might be the divine masculine watching this video, but I'm getting for the majority of you, this is your divine masculine that is teaching you this lesson. Teaching you this lesson for sure. Now, what is the Emperor? The Emperor is about taking responsibility, taking charge in this life, being the ruler of your own kingdom in this life. So this is a card of mastery, mastering something, really understanding something about yourself, but also understanding something about yourself through another. And we all, you can't make it up. See? I see hair. I don't know. I see fuzzes or something gets flying through the air. We have Hermit again. Your masculine is the Hermit. That's where they're at. They're in their soul searching mode. But see, you also are too. So you see how you guys are mirroring each other at this time when it comes to your solo journeys, being in a state of solitude, going within yourselves. The answers of who you truly are lie within this masculine. Now, that doesn't mean that this masculine is the only person that's going to reveal to you who you truly are. Other people on your journey will do this. Other experiences will do this. But there's something that lies within this particular person, and something about the darkness or the victimization or the toxicity or something that has existed in this particular connection that has something to reveal to you. You are supposed to prevail in this life. You are supposed to be the victor here. And it's not about battling the masculine and you're the masculine's the loser and the feminine is the winner. No, that's not what I'm saying. But you're supposed to prevail past this lesson. You are supposed to understand something. You are supposed to ascend to the next level in this life through this connection. Okay? Through this connection in this life, you are supposed to learn something major. You're not supposed to crash and burn. You're not supposed to give up. You're supposed to heal that heart chakra and remain hopeful, but also very discerning and taking that wisdom with you for both the dark and the light. That's amazing, beautiful energy. So let's go ahead and get a twin flame angel number for you and see where you're at on this ascension process. 404. Oh, I love this. Oh my God, I love this message. What is meant for you will never be held from you. Have faith that spirit is taking care of everything. At the end of the day, you guys, what is meant for you is going to come back around. 4 + 4 is 8. What are 8s? What comes around goes around, baby. That's also an infinity symbol. So if something is meant for you, if you see this person as your divine masculine or just whatever, it doesn't really matter. However you see this person, if they are meant for you and you are meant to be with them in this lifetime, that will happen. And if it's not meant for you, you will be taken down another path, and that is okay. Spirit ultimately is always taking care of everything. What is meant for you will never be held from you. So try to have more faith and hope that whatever's meant to happen will happen. Don't try to push. Don't try to make things happen. And I feel like it's probably why that message came up at the very beginning of the reading. Because you have let go, because you have stopped resisting, because you have, not stopped resisting, but stopped pushing. Now you're in the flow. Now you're in that forward momentum of the Queen of Wands. Now you're confidently moving forward. This masculine sees your confidence. This masculine sees the shift in you as well. They feel it. So this masculine has helped you to become a better version of yourself, and you're already in it. And if you're not there yet, you are on your way, or you just have to believe that that's who you are, the Queen of Wands. You, my friends who are watching the video, that's you. Doesn't matter if you're male or female, you are the Queen of Wands. Okay? So now let's take a look and get into where is this connection stuck currently? Okay? Where's the connection stuck currently? So we're going to go into my Twin Flame Journey Shadows, Mystic's Midnight Oracle, my Dark Night of the Soul Tarot, and let me see here, what else? And I just want to make sure I got everything. Oh, and my, what is this? Oh, this isn't mine. These 3 decks are mine. This one is called the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot. So I think, we're just going to use 4 decks for this one. Where is this connection stuck currently, you guys? Where is it currently stuck? I mean, I already know where it's stuck just based on what we've seen so far, which is entangled in a karmic cycle, victim, somebody's past or victimhood, or somebody that has done something to someone where they've come, now they're feeling like they're a victim. Okay, so now we have unstable energy. Okay, so we have nurse castrate. This right here, nurse castrate, when I created this it doesn't mean you want to castrate somebody, but this could be somebody who, instead of wanting to heal or fix, wants to, like they want to reform. They want to debilitate someone. There's like a revenge energy here. So I am definitely getting the message that if there has been some sort of like a behavior like 10 of Swords, you felt like you were stabbed in the back. You may have wanted to seek your revenge. You may have gone to the dark side or wanted to go to the dark side where you have felt really mentally unstable over the situation where you're just like, oh my God, I just want to do something. I just want to, not literally, but I want to castrate this person, from ever hurting me or anyone else ever again. That's the message I'm getting. So I know it seems really dark, but that's the message. Okay, so let's see what else. Okay, so we do have Dictator of Decay, which is the King of Pentacles, Power Lust. This King of Pentacles in this deck, to me, when I created this card, is somebody who basically is out for themselves. Very narcissistic, somebody who didn't think about somebody's feelings before they did what they did. They were just out for themselves. They were out to get what they wanted at any price, even if it was the price of your heart. So some of you guys, if you're dealing with, let's just say a masculine or whoever this person is, there is a feeling that comes up with these cards that tells me that they may have done something to you, victimized you in some sort of way, and caused you to feel very unstable. And that's the shadows. This is what they triggered within you. And it's meant to teach you something. You're meant to understand something about yourself through this person triggering you. Yeah, see, the Lovers is that the connection that you assigned to yourself in this life that was going to do it for you. And that's this person. Like, this is a soul connection. This is the person that you chose for this particular lesson. So this is deep, you guys. This is definitely deep. And you may thirst for this person. You might, now the fact that the Addict card came up, this is a very deep reading today. I don't always expect it, but this is very deep. The person that you feel addicted to, because remember, you came up as the addict. You came up as somebody who feels like, oh my God, this person is the only person in the world that can make me feel this way. They're the only one that can get under my skin. They're the only one that can quench this thirst. They're the only one that I am going to feel this with. I will never feel this powerful or as intense with anyone as long as I live. And you might be right. Now, that doesn't mean you'll never be happy. It doesn't mean that you can't find peace. But no one will quite get to you like this person does. And vice versa for them too, you guys. Remember, this is a double-edged sword. This is a two-way street. This is not just about you. This is about them too. And that's probably why they are deeply going within themselves at this particular time to figure out why this energy is still with them. So I do feel with the cards that came up is that as much as they may want to perhaps, let's just say, escape, they cannot escape. They have to turn a new page. Okay? They're stuck in the past with you. That's why we have ghost lands that came up. Why are they stuck in the past? Because they victimized you, or maybe they were victimized themselves. Maybe karma came back to bite them in the ass, and it's through them now feeling their own pain that they can understand the pain that they inflicted upon you or other people. Do you get it? So that's why they're deeply going within now and trying to figure it out. So somebody has gotten their karma. Somebody is understanding something. Somebody did something here, and they're coming full circle with this. That's what we're seeing in this reading today. All right, let's get one last card. I love it. I mean, I don't love it, but do you see how all the cards that came up for you are here? 5 of Wands, that's 5 of Wands in my Dark Night of the Soul Tarot. And we did get the Dark Night of the Soul card. It's interesting. So your obstacles and challenges, we have Pyromaniac. I feel like your person may have just wanted to burn things down with you. Just sabotage it. That's what a pyromaniac does. They burn things up. They burn things down. Their rage gets in the way, and their fiery temper just burns everything down. They might just go with guns blazing. They could have brought this up in you. Your person could have brought up so much rage within you that you didn't even know what to do with it. Now, for some of you guys, it could be that the way that you dealt with it is you became very unstable. You became very blocked. You actually debilitated yourself. Sometimes it's like we drink poison, and we expect the other person to die. And it usually doesn't work that way. That rage that we feel, that unforgiveness that we refuse to give, that peace that we refuse to find, what it ends up doing is it just ends up hurting us. So that right there, there's major stuck energy for both of you. You guys are both challenged. You guys are both stuck. You guys both feel a little debilitated. Your destiny and also your destiny has been altered. I am getting that by the work that you have done on yourselves, that you can alter things moving forward. Things don't have to be stuck forever. Now, this doesn't mean that things are magically going to come together and everything's going to restore and you guys are going to come, back together and everything's going to be perfect. But what I'm getting here is that you can alter your destiny. You can alter your fate by the things that you do in this life. Things might have felt unstable for a while, and you might feel like you're never going to be able to move forward and that you're never going to be able to get past this rage or this hunger for this person. But I'm getting here that you will. Okay? And I'm getting for some of you watching this video, that's what your person is feeling currently. They've seen you transition. They've seen you transmute this energy. Like they feel it. They feel like you've transmuted this energy and let them go finally. And so because of this, it's like now they're really facing their own dark night of the soul. Some of them could have just burned you and walked away. But now that you've let them go, you're no longer carrying the energy. Now no one but them is holding the energy now. And so when you've got somebody who you've let go, then they have nothing else to do but to sit in that energy and hold it on their own because you're no longer holding it anymore. You've let it go. It's like you've let it slingshot like a rubber band. You've like let go of the other side of the rubber band and it's all with them now. Okay? So what does this do? They have no choice but to reform their behavior, to act with more integrity, to restructure their belief systems, to fix themselves, to work on themselves, to be a better person, to try to be a better version of themselves. So do you see how they did it for you? And now you're doing it for them. So there is this lesson that has gone back and forth between the two of you, whether you realize it or not. All right, let's get some tarot on this. Two of Presents, Two of Pentacles. Do you want to know what the Two of Pentacles is, you guys? In traditional Rider-Waite tarot, it's an infinity symbol. It's the guy who's juggling that pentacle up in the air. Those two pentacles, and they're going round and around. So something is in the air right now. This lesson is still up in the air. This closure or conclusion is still up in the air. You and this person could go back and forth for lifetimes with the same lesson if you want. Or you can clear it up on your side. And how will you clear it up on your side? Is by stabilizing yourself in this life, getting out of that rageful, unforgiving energy, and really working on cutting your toxic addiction perhaps to this person or to this pain or whatever it is that seems to bind you in this life. And, how to do that is going to be different for everyone. But there is something where you can't get burned if you don't play with the fire, right? So your need, perhaps your attraction, all these things that draw you to this person. It might be that it's time for you to do a detox. It's time for you to step away from certain behaviors. Because remember, you came through as the addict. It might be time for you to step away from engaging in certain activities or certain things that you've always done that connect you to this individual. Something needs to be put down. What's the juggling? The juggler is juggling something. But if he chooses not to juggle anymore, then he doesn't have to do this. For some of you guys, this is only going to be for some. If there's a third-party situation and you're being juggled between, your person is juggling you, because the lovers can sometimes be third-party. It can sometimes be three people. If you're being juggled by this individual, they're juggling you and someone else, what I'm getting here is it's time for you to change something. It's time for you to stop the juggle. It's time for you to be done with this unstable energy and transition more into something that is going to suit you something that is going to better match your energy. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. It's time for something to change. There's a chapter that wants to close here. That's the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is our fate. It's our destiny. It's the wheel. We spin the Wheel of Fortune. Are we going to be fortunate? Or are we going to be misfortunate? The choice is always ours, but the Wheel of Fortune is always, for me, karma and a closure of a cycle. 10, coming full circle with some sort of cycle. It's time to move forward. It's time to start a new chapter. It's time to move forward, basically. So if you've been stuck up in the air, unstable, things haven't changed for a while, it's time to get rolling with your fate and change it. Take some steps to change your own fate. If you're waiting for this person to change it, if you're waiting for them to return, if you're waiting for them, I think I said to change, I'm getting here, you have to change yourself. You have to change and alter your own behavior. You may want them to alter and change, but if they are not, you have to change something within yourself in order for something to change. Yep, 8 of Cups, 8 of Potions. You got to walk away. And I'm getting for some of you, you've already walked away. And because you've walked away, this alters this person's fate and destiny. This creates them to change something within themselves. You walking away from them helps them to change and helps them to see themselves and to helps them to want to do something in this life to be a better person. It forces them to go within. So you really help this person to learn something about themselves and vice versa. You guys are teacher, student, student, teacher. And back and forth the lesson goes. Back and forth, baby. That's what I'm getting. So that's where things are stuck, but they don't have to be stuck. This is about walking away. So if you haven't walked away, it might be time for you to take those steps to disconnect and walk away. And if you've already walked away, this just means it's already been set in motion. You guys have already altered the state or basically the direction of things by making that decision, by changing the circumstances, by creating a new cycle with that Wheel of Fortune's energy. Wow. Okay. So now you guys, what does your person want to say to you? Okay. What do they want to communicate with you? So we're going to go into my twin flame journey messages number 1 as well as number 2. So 1 and 2. And we'll go ahead and throw in my charm cards, and then we'll get some other cards as well. What does your person want to say? What does your person want to communicate to you right now from their higher self? You are an angel. That's a beautiful message. Some of you, they could have told you this at one point, that you were an angel to them. I'm getting here, they still feel that way. And I'm sorry I couldn't follow through with my promises. So you have somebody who's basically telling you from their higher self that you were an angel. You didn't deserve this. I'm sorry. So they're apologizing for their behavior. They couldn't follow through with their promises. Maybe they said certain things to you and they just couldn't follow through. At the end of the day, they just dropped the ball. At the end of the day, they could have burned it down. They could have just stabbed you in the back, victimized you. They couldn't follow through though, for whatever reason. And I'm getting here that this person may just have a lot of wounds from their past that they need to deal with. So the abuses. Oops, sorry guys, hold on. We have a lightning bolt, sudden. I'm getting here your sudden departure from their life really created a shift for them, or them doing something to you created a sudden shift. Something suddenly happened. Something was just like an epiphany, a click, just something shifted big time. You suddenly letting go, you suddenly shifting your energy, healing, working on yourself, doing something. This created a lightning bolt in their life. Do you see it? Just like through a lightning bolt, this comes through the sky. It separates the air. It separates the energy. So there has been a sudden move on your part that has created something for this individual. You've altered them in some way with your activity, behavior, healing, ascension, something. So they're letting you know, I've suddenly understood something. I suddenly felt something. Yep, look at that. It's like stopwatch. Something stopped. Time's up. It's been long enough. It's just like this person has come to a sudden realization that like time's up. It's time to stop being this way. It's time to stop doing this. It's time to stop maybe being in this separation. It's time to stop doing this to you or doing this to myself. They have suddenly understood something. Yep, key, unlock. Look at this. And this is beautiful, you guys, because I feel like that hermit is going within himself in order to unlock some sort of wisdom or lesson or turn the key, turn a new leaf, do something different. Unlock something and access something that wasn't accessed before, getting into something, going deeper within yourself, some place that you were forbidden to go before, couldn't go before, but now you're going deep within your soul. You're going dark. You're going to the depths, the dark night of the soul. That's what this person is doing. So you are a key in their healing is what they're telling you here. You have helped them to unlock something within themselves, but they're also telling you that they know that they were a key in your healing as well. And by disappointing you or hurting you or victimizing you, even though you might not have deserved it, it has also been very crucial and key in your healing. You guys have been key in each other's healing. That's just what I keep getting over and over again. You have been key in each other's healing. So let's go ahead and go into my arrows of love. Key in each other's healing. What else does your person want you to know and understand right now? Gamble. Whew. You know, the Wheel of Fortune. That's a game and like a casino game, Las Vegas. The Wheel of Fortune. I've played it before. It's horrible, horrible odds, but you know, whatever. I've played it before and lost my ass off. It was a gamble, but it was fun. I don't know. I'm just kind of getting that message here. Your person gambled. They took a chance. They did something. It didn't pay off though. It didn't pay off. They gambled. They ended up gambling your heart and they lost. Is what I'm seeing here. They still feel connected to you through the cords that you guys shared. So this just proves to me that your person still feels connected to you through the cords that you guys share. You guys have cords that have, there's some karmic cords here. Now that's not labeling your connection a karmic connection. Let's not go there. It's just you guys have energy that you share. Cords. They have cords connected to you. You may have cords connected to them. This might be one of the reasons why if you have cut cords or you have transmuted energy, they feel it. They feel suddenly something has shifted, something is different, something has changed. It's helping them to unlock something. It's helping them to see something that they couldn't maybe see before. And last message. Look, integrity. Oh my God. Remember the Hierophant, you guys, that came up earlier? The Hierophant is all about integrity. Because you finally decided, you know what? I deserve more than this. I'm not putting up with this crap anymore. I honor myself more. I'm going to take care of me. This doesn't align with my integrity. There you go. Done. So that's going to be for some. Some of you have made a decision. You've walked away. You're done. You're no longer dicking around with this individual. And you might still feel connected to them, but you're not in that space that maybe perhaps you were before, which is you're desperately and hopelessly devoted to them. You're waiting for them to come back around. Some of you guys have shifted out of that energy. And because you have, I'm telling you, this person is taking notice. There's a shift that has been created here suddenly, and something has been altered. There's been an alterization. Is that? No, authorization. Alterization? I don't even know if that's a word. Sounds good. But something had alteration. Alterization. I took alteration and authorization and I put that together. That's pretty clever. But yeah, I don't think that's a word. So we're just going to go with you've altered the destiny between the two of you. You've altered the direction of this connection by making a move, by healing yourself, by doing something. Okay. So this right here is called the Abiza or Abiza Tarot, the Oracle of Tanit, Tenu. Probably not saying that right, but that's okay. And let's get a couple of messages here. So there's tarot and oracle cards in this. This one right here is actually the Empress. And the Empress, I feel, came up for, I don't know, maybe it didn't come up. But it says, Through bursts of creative energy, you fulfill your potential, artistic inspiration and perseverance, creativity. The Empress, Venus. So they see you perhaps as the Empress. So we did have the Emperor come up in this reading. So they could see you as somebody who is their queen, their Empress, the ultimate feminine. You're an angel to them. You're somebody that perhaps they dream to create with. I also am getting here that you inspire this person. You inspire them creatively. You inspire them to be a better version of themselves. I've got that over and over again in this reading. We have now the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune makes its way into the reading a second time. Lady Luck appears to those who are prepared. It's time for a new direction. You decide how to create your life. Do you see? This is fate and destiny, you guys. Fate and destiny is in someone's hands. I'm getting here. If you are the feminine watching this video, you have taken the fate and destiny of this connection. You've altered it. You have made some sort of shift because you have gone in a new direction. You're honoring yourself. You've grown. You're no longer desperately holding on or waiting or pining. And now, see, now we have the Hangman. What does this do? It forces someone to go within. It's like time stops. The Hangman, you can't move. You have nothing better to do but just to sit there and go within and look and figure it out. See what this says? Change through breaking old patterns. Think things through carefully. Wisdom and purpose. Neptune. Neptune energy. Neptune energy here is very much about illusions, fantasy, a lot of just confusion. Could be very deceptive as well. So the tourist, look, this is like somebody who is got the little backpack. Well, it's not little. It's a big backpack on their back. And they're cruising through life, kind of like the Fool. Cruising through life on their own, trying to figure it out. Maybe traveling. Going within, figuring out who they are, what they want to be, what they want to do. So I feel that right now what has happened is the changes that this feminine has made within herself have really altered the direction of this connection. And it's really forcing the person, which I feel is the masculine that you're watching this video for, to go deeply within themselves and to figure out who they are, what their purpose is, and the wisdom behind all of these things. Okay, but this also goes for you as well. Now you're understanding your purpose, you're understanding your mission, you're understanding why everything had to happen the way that it happened. You're really, really starting to understand that. So that is what we get for what your person wants you to know. So what they want you to know is that they're going within. You've altered their world. You've altered their destiny. You've altered their path. You've caused them to go within to ask themselves how they can be a better person, a better version of themselves. They've gambled, they lost you, but it's through that loss and through that emptiness and through that shadow that they actually gain something very valuable. So you are an angel. It's like you're a spirit guide, an angel to this person. I know that might sound ridiculous to some of you, but they might see you that way. They might see you as like that angel that's on their shoulder, reminding them to be a better person. You inspire them. Wow. That's a beautiful, beautiful messages from your person. So let's now take a look and see what are the upcoming energies here. What are the upcoming energies for this connection? So we're going to go into the Urban Tarot. We're also going to go into, I think this is called... Sorry, guys, I got a lot of different decks here that I don't use normally. I think this is called the Sacred Destiny cards. This one is called the Quantum Oracle. We're going to go into my Spirits of Darkness and Light Divination deck. And what's the other one? Oh, and the Samhain Oracle. So these 5. Yeah. All right. Let's get some messages here. Let's take a look and see what are the energies on the horizon for this connection. We have spirit of envy, discontent, resentful, and miserable. Oof. I know some of you guys are like, ooh, God, I don't want that on the horizon. Well, let's see why it's here. It's kind of like that shadow for some of you might still be lingering. This could also be the shadow that goes through your person. Like they're feeling discontent. They're feeling resentful. They're feeling miserable. They're envious perhaps of your peace and happiness. That could be it too. We have the underworld. See, there's something about darkness. There's something about the darkness here. It says, hand over, you're known. A shift is near. Take a leap. Your journey is clear. So this right here, everything that you know, this is about somebody being completely just on a totally new journey, seeing things completely different. And it's through their shadows. It's through hitting rock bottom. So I don't want to tell you guys that you're going to hit rock bottom. If you guys have already gone through your dark night of the soul, I'm getting here. Don't worry. Your dark night of the soul on this journey has come to, a peaceful conclusion. So if your person is now in the dark night of the soul, which we did get that card connected to them, that's probably what that is. What else? Yeah, but it's transformation. This is like the death. This creates change. Number 5. That's the cycle. So something has to cycle through, and it can only be cycled through getting rid of that darkness and dealing with our shadows and being triggered in all of these ways. I do feel like your person is on a journey in the underworld. That's what's up. That's what's coming. They're going very, very deep. They're definitely going. And some of you guys might be affected by this. Because if you're energetically connected, which we can see that you're energetically connected to them through those love cords, really, really try to protect your energy, really try to ground yourself, maybe do some sage, keep some certain crystals around you that absorb negative energy. Do some research on that, absorbing negative energy, grounding stones, as well as clearing stones. Okay, I'm not an expert on those things, so I don't want to give advice, but do your own research. You can also do some saging. You can also do some sea salt, different things to cleanse, your aura, or by taking a bath. Even some sort of like chakra clearing, going through like a meditation and clearing different chakras. You know the difference between your energy and their energy. If something just comes up and you're just like, I have no reason to feel this, recognize that's not your energy. Send it back. You don't have to send it back with a vengeance, but just don't take it. Don't accept it as your own. Send your person love instead. See, delight. That's beautiful. I feel like I got to be honest here. Somebody is taking delight in somebody else's misery. That's just what I'm seeing here. Kind of like, yep, now you know what it's like. Now you know what it feels like. Now you know what it's like to feel lost. So there is some sort of comfort in somebody else's misery, you guys. I am seeing this. But I feel like what Spirit's trying to say is, as much as we can take delight that somebody is learning a lesson, maybe, they're learning it the hard way, it is necessary, but try not to get stuck in that energy, okay? Try not to get stuck in that energy, because remember, you guys, what comes around goes around. So it's okay to recognize that someone's struggling and feel like, you know what, it's probably good that they're struggling, but try not to bask in the glory of that. Okay, so let's get some tarot here. 5 of Pentacles. Whenever the 5 of Pentacles comes up, somebody loses their ass off. Somebody is out in the cold. Somebody loses a job. They lose everything. They're broke. I'm not trying to worry anyone. This may not be your energy. I feel like this is very much your person's energy. So what is the upcoming energies with this person and you? You could be affected by this. Yes, of course, this could be your stuff too, but try not to worry. I feel like this is more your person's energy. They could be traveling. They could not have a permanent residence. They could be their job is not stable. something could be falling apart. But again, there is a spiritual transformation, dark night of the soul. Something is happening to bring this person to their spiritual knees in order to see the light. Okay? And we have the Princess of Swords, Page of Swords, the activist. Page of Swords came up at the very beginning of the reading, I think. Let me just double check. I don't want to say something that I didn't see here. I feel like it was how this person sees you. Page of Swords. Let me just get that. Page of Swords. All right, it doesn't matter. I don't know why I thought I saw it. The Page of Swords. Somewhere. Maybe not. Yeah, I did. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. I'm like, it's just a different deck. Page of Swords. That's how your person saw you. I almost feel like you might be seeing something on social media, you guys. You could see something on social media that your person's life is crumbling down. Or even if it doesn't, even if they're not like showing that it's crumbling down, like you're putting the pieces together. Okay? You're putting the pieces together here. And you might be seeing them really fighting back and really trying to keep their head above water. But there is this little delight card, kind of like the bird. The birds are social media to me. Whenever I see birds, they're messengers. You might hear something from someone else too. Somebody might tell you that something is happening in your person's life. And it might bring you some little bit of delight that their shit's falling apart. And as much as that might be what needs to happen for this person, try not to stay in that energy only. Try to see it, the value in it, but try not to stay stuck in that. Don't throw a freaking party is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Oh my God. You know what, you guys? This person's incarcerated. I'm not trying to tell you guys that your person's going to freaking prison or jail. But there is some where they're oppressed. This is the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is like, we have reached full capacity. You can't go on any further. You've got no choice but to give up. You've hit rock bottom. You're done. Okay? So I definitely feel like whatever your person is going through is karmic. And I feel like this is very necessary for their growth and development as a human being in this life and to start being a better person. I'm not saying that they're being punished or anything like that. But karma has a way of working itself out, you guys. Karma does have a way of working itself out. So the best thing that you can do is to just really try to be supportive, kind of on the sidelines. You know what I mean? Be supportive on the sidelines, but make sure that you keep your own energy somewhat protected, because this person looks to me like they're going to be going through something pretty major here in the future, in the near future. So that's what we have. So now we're going to end this reading today with some just spiritual guidance and advice from Spirit. So we're going to go into my Signs from Spirit Love Oracle. We're going to go into the Audacious, what is this one called? Audacious Actions Angels Oracle. The Universe Has Your Back. And my Tall Tales Cat Crew. All right, so let's get it. That's 11:11 right now. I'm looking on my stove. That just tells me that everything is in perfect order. Everything is happening exactly as it should. We're on the right path. Just keep moving forward the way that you're moving forward. Love this apron service. How can you be of service to other people? This is about getting into your mission. Sever, which is about severing toxic energy, severing toxic behaviors. And then we have Ladybug, which is luck being on your side. And I like this because the Wheel of Fortune came up many times in this reading. Luck is on your side. You guys are in an upswing of luck. It might be, you guys, and I just have to say this. You may have been on the shit end of the stick or the receiving, like you were down for a while with that Ten of Swords. Now it's your person's turn. It's your person's turn to be on the ground with the 10 swords in their back. I just got to give it to you guys how I'm getting it. You're the one with the luck now. You're the victor. So, wow. All right. So Spirit's just saying, focus on your own mission. Focus on why you came here. Focus on the lessons, what you can learn. Friendly skies. Love this. You got friendly skies up ahead. Okay, not everything is doom and gloom. It may be for this person for learning purposes, but doesn't have to be doom and gloom for you. And we have mending day. You guys will have a day where you guys will mend this and transform. But right now it looks like, it's best for you to perhaps sever what you can, sever these cords. And what I mean by that is we're letting go in a healthy way for ourselves. We're also letting go for this person, kind of snapping back like a rubber band, that energy back to them so they can really handle something and figure it out. Because a lot of you guys may have been energetically holding a lot of the pain and a lot of the stuff for a long, long time. And now that you have really worked on yourselves and healed and let go, now this person is holding all of it. And that might be necessary for them to learn something. Okay. But you guys will have your day to perhaps mend. But friendly skies come in the form of mending things. Not sitting on the sidelines, laughing and finding glory and finding, what was that word? Delight in somebody's pain and suffering. Okay? It's very human for us to sometimes feel that way. I'm not going to bullshit you guys. I've felt that way many times in the face of my enemies. You hear something like, my husband's ex-wife, my God, it's not a jealousy thing on my end at all. But unfortunately, if I heard something happened in her life, I'm not sure that I wouldn't have a little bit of delight. So that's a shadow within me that's not healed. There's a lot of work that I need to do on myself. So I'm only human, right? So I am only mentioning that to you guys because sometimes it does feel good to know that somebody's suffering, especially someone that hurt you. But it's not going to do you any good to be in that energy. That's why we have friendly skies. Let the skies be friendly. Let the energy be light. Darkness has a way of taking you, and it feels like you're empowered. It feels like you're strong, but it's like it's strange. It ends up sabotaging you. So it's a balance. It's a balance between the dark and the light. It's not about being all like I said, love and light all the time, especially if that's not how you feel. But it is about mending what you can't. It's about mending that darkness within yourself that's causing you to not feel like you can be friendly. It's best wishing somebody the best, but you don't wish them ill, but maybe you don't wish them the best. You're just kind of somewhere in the middle. That's a good place to be. Just be in the middle. Whatever happens, happens kind of thing. I think that's a good, healthy spot to be in. All right, so this is the universe has your back. Let's get one message. When I think I've surrendered, I surrender more. See, Spirit's telling us here that there might still just be some things that we're holding on to. Like we think we've healed, we think we've let go, but there might still be a little bit more to mend, a little bit more to heal, a little bit more. We could be a little bit more friendly. We could actually be a little bit better than we are. So Spirit's asking us to take personal inventory and to really address anything that's coming up for us that might not be so friendly. You know what I'm talking about. When you don't have a friendly thought. Keep going. And I love this because keep focused on your purpose. Keep focused on your journey. Keep focused on your lessons. Keep going ultimately. Keep going on this journey. Just because somebody is starting to figure something out, or somebody is finally coming to a conclusion, or they're finally getting theirs, keep going. Don't wait. Keep going. And handle with care. Love it. So there's a lot of things about patience, going slow, steady, right? But keep going, handle with care. Keep going, but handle with care. To me, this is a card where it's like it's a yes and a no. It's somewhere to feel in the middle. And that's just what I keep getting in this reading. Be somewhere in the middle. You don't have to be completely in the dark or completely in the light. Be somewhere in the middle. Just when you think you've surrendered, surrender a little more. Just when you think you've done all that you can, or that you've, mastered something, it's like, wait a second. No, I haven't. Keep going, keep healing, keep surrendering, and use your intuition. At the end of the day, that's what Spirit's telling us. Use your intuition when it comes to anything. Even with these readings that come through. Just because this is the way that I've interpreted the cards doesn't mean that that's what it means. Use your intuition. If you're listening to a reading and you get something completely different, take that. Your intuition and your connection is closer to you than I'll ever be able to get. This is a collective reading. I'm tapping into all different types of energy. So if something rings true for you, or you're just like, God, no, this is what this means, use that. Use that as your key. That's your intuition telling you that's what's correct for you. So you guys, I hope that was helpful this week. The energy was kind of all over the place. It was just a little bit different than the last few weeks, but I just go with whatever Spirit has taken me. And today it was definitely in this, I don't want to say dark place, but it was in a deep place, definitely a deep place. So I hope that that touched somebody out there in a positive, or it could even be a triggering way, which could eventually be good too. And I just hope you guys enjoyed it. All right. Take care of yourselves. Talk to you guys in the next reading. Bye-bye.